Hello, everyone. My name is Raul Handa. I'm the host of the FFTB show. And in the world of AI and technology today, where human element, emotional quotient, is playing an important role, we have an amazing guest who's going to tell us more about, what it means to consider people over profit. How do you transform people in HR. He's an individual with over 3 decades of experience. Currently is head of HR of transformation, business transformation, and HR transformation for one of the world's leading automobile companies, Maruti Suzuki. We have Mr. Varinder Kumar Verma with us today. Hello, sir. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
How are you?
Absolutely fine, brilliant, top of the world.
Great. काफी बातें करनी है आपसे.
जी.
There's a lot that we want to talk about to understand more about आज के AI और ML के ज़माने में जो every second person I speak to he says कि अरे यार ये तो ChatGPT से करवा लो, ये इससे करवा लो. तो मुझे लगता है ना कहीं हम ये human element जो है ना उसको खो रहे हैं. So we'll touch upon that.
Yeah.
But to start with, I want to first understand बचपन से मतलब पहले से ही जवानी से मन था HR में जाने का कि how did you end up getting into human resources?
So let me be very honest with you that in our times in 1987 when we started our careers, so that time people used to follow seniors. So whatever domain, whatever area they are going, so we used to follow it. So it was hardly any choice to go into a career which you think. But I, being from a family where my father and everybody was educated in the house, I had an opportunity to seek guidance and mentoring from them. So I chose to start my journey with the education in engineering line. So initially I had thought of going into engineering,
right,
and tried my luck there, but I couldn't succeed in getting admissions in that particular area. Then I also tried my luck in civil services. I appeared twice in civil services, but I couldn't make it because of some certain reasons. But somebody's loss is somebody's gain. So then I thought that why not to move into a direction which is more near to my heart, which is also a passion. Dealing with humans and understanding, because my basic fundamental personality has been like that I always used to love meeting people, interact with people, knowing them from different behavioral aspects. So that became how it became passion, and how it became obsession also, that we have to choose people all the time, people over technology, people over everything which I want to do, and I want to take that domain as a leadership in that particular area. So then I did my master's from Punjab University. I'm a PU layman. Did my specialization in labor laws, and then did my specialization in learning and development as well. And then also started pursuing my expertise in that particular domain. Started my career with the franchisee of PepsiCo Inc. That was the promoter driven organization. Worked with them for almost 7.5 years in FMCG sector, and had a very, very rugged initial formative years experience. Post that, then I, in HR only, HR domain, HR, IR, union handling and managing complexities at the plant and at the corporate level both. Post that, I got an opportunity to work in one of the leading agri manufacturing company, which is Punjab Tractors Limited, which was number 2 in India at that time, and Swaraj brand. And later on, it was taken over by Mahindra and Mahindra. So then I worked with that particular company for almost 16.5 years in Mahindra Swaraj, that company is named Mahindra and Mahindra Swaraj division. So almost for 6.5 years, different experience, different roles, handling very, very, aggressive unions, managing different long-term settlements, complex environments, multi-plants, multi-generations, a lot of complexities. And also I was seeing my expertise and knack and passion towards transformation. My Mahindra people, they identified my talent, and then they gave me, made me head of business excellence also, apart from HR excellence. So then I was personally trained by Professor Washio from Japan, who was my mentor that time. And then I moved on to HR excellence and business excellence role. So that was indeed brilliant role. So much so that TPM, TQM, quality management, and I was also, rewarded for that. I achieved Mahindra Achievers Award by Anand Mahindra, which was approved by Anand Mahindra, and later on from the top leaderships along with the family, we were given those accolades and presented to us. This was done because we implemented the business excellence processes, and that was end to end, which was got done. And then a lot of interventions for HR, which was moved to excellence journey. So much so that we faced Deming Award journey also. And post that, handling multiple unions in Punjab and other areas, multi-plant unions, I was, known because also I have, other than what I was doing in the company, I was also working in my professional setup. I was member of different professional associations, NIPM to begin with, in different roles as chairman for almost 2 to 3 terms. And for 14 years, I was associated. I am a life member of NIPM. And seeing my remarkable journey and my potential, Mahindra and Mahindra Swaraj, Mahindra, they identified me as a future talent. And for merger and acquisition and all those transformational journey, they made me, develop. They made a developmental plan, and then they spent a huge amount of money for my development, and then no seeing back. That was a turning point in Mahindra. And I was known in the professional circle that he's a person for culture transformation, people's person. And somehow my, that time leaders in Maruti, they saw it, they recognized it, and then they poached me for Maruti. So in 2012, finally, I joined in Maruti.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, we spoke about your career, we spoke about your journey, 35, 36 years. How do you keep yourself motivated? How do you get out of bed each morning? What is your daily routine like? Tell us, a day in the life of Mr. Verma. What does Mr. Verma do? How does this day progress? You're a busy guy. You're looking at a really large organization. You're looking at business excellence, HR, human excellence, human transformation, strategy. You're looking at a lot of critical aspects. So let's understand more about how, a day in your life.
Rahul, my, roots has been from Sanatana Sanskriti, so I have been originally a person with my value systems, and I always stick to those value systems. And I am also a personal exponent of Sanatana Sanskriti, and also into yoga and meditation. So you must have seen in, knowing myself that I have done 3.5 years diploma in naturopathy.
In naturopathy, yes.
Naturopathy and yoga also,
yes.
Which is unlikely, nobody does it. But that was with a different intent altogether, because I wanted to learn different dimensions of humans, and also applies those experiences in dealing with people, managing people, not managing, but enabling them to enhance their potential so that they become capable and building future leaders. So that was my passion. So my day starts typically, I get up at 3:30 to 3:45 in the morning. And after getting up, I do some yoga and pranayam, and then meditation, and some spiritual session, which is a part of sadhana, which is a part of my daily routine. And that's my soul stirring requirement. That's a food of life, because that makes me.
It's like the charger.
Yeah, it's just a charger. I get a energy from a super janitor.
Right.
And my Guruji's blessings are there on me with me, and I seek blessings from my Guruji, and that gives me days full charging, rejuvenating energies to manage, and that makes my day very, very positive. And also thinking that I'm a very optimistic and positive person with a positive attitude, and I have an attitude of gratitude, which makes me a person to go with what I have, not what I don't have.
Wow.
So that makes me such a contented person that that makes my day with. I always am grateful to God that what God has given me is immense, is abundance, is beyond. If I believe in that, if I have something if I manifest something, and Guruji is there to bless me for that. So that gives me a motivation. And post that, I have a morning routine, and then post this exercise session and meditation and this thing. Then I have morning breakfast, and then post that we start journey towards the office. But one thing I want to mention here from a young generation's perspective, because it is very, very important that I don't carry the backlog. When I start the day, I have finished my work. I believe in daily work management. So whatever needs to be done, I close the day on that particular day itself. And when we have to start afresh, I have put on my notes in advance one day before in the night. And then I start. Till that time, no official work. Then journey starts, and then I start for office around 8:30 or so. Then I keep moving, and this is how typically my day is. But my daily work management means if I decide some task, they has to be finished. So I am more towards, if anything which comes, which is of human importance first, human emotions first. So I'll attend to that first, rather than attending anything which can be delayed. So this is how my typical journey starts in the day.
Interesting. So I have a few questions around that. You spoke about you're optimistic. You're a positive guy. You also spoke about human emotions. As an HR, you're expected to be very practical. You have to take difficult decisions, be it letting go of someone who's been in your company for a really long time, or maybe a layoff. It may not be relevant to your organization, but with the current atmosphere that you see. So I want to understand from you, is it true that an HR or the HR industry is very practical, very cutthroat? They take difficult decisions. They're not really, considering people over profit with all these layoffs. I read every second day layoffs happening. Aapka kya take hai sir uspe? What do you think?
That's part of a leader's role. He has to manage that. And when it comes to managing businesses for performance, and also managing, and then you have a tough decision sometimes in the life you have to take. It's not that in my life, it hasn't come. I have done a business transformation in one of the organizations where that my role involves, exiting people who are not doing fine, who are ethically not correct. And there were some other people who were not non-performers. So that's a part of our leadership role. So it's not important that you are being very tough, you are being task-oriented, you have been managing, at home also. If you don't be disciplined, if you don't take care of your home well, so there'll be a total chaos, conflict at home as well. So same is true in the corporate world. So what is important is how you deal with them. So in our case, normally I'll recommend that the human professionals should be employee advocacy people. And I always believe in employee advocacy, people advocacy. There's nothing wrong in telling them to go because they are not doing good or they have done something bad. But how you handle it so gracefully that doesn't impact their life, doesn't impact their future. So there are ways and means to do this. So how I have been doing it, so with the grace of God and with my, I being a very, very conscious person from inside, and I listen to my conscious. Am I doing something wrong or am I doing incorrect? But then I take my decision. When you take a decision with your full awareness, so it can never be wrong. So what I have been doing let me share with you a live example that in one of the company where my managing director, I don't want to quote the name of the person. Absolutely. He asked me that they have done wrong to the organization. Mr. Verma, what should we do? So we should be very tough with them. So let's throw them out. And, don't give them anything for future, so they should not be, they have done wrong with the organization, so you should be very, very tough. So zero tolerance for this. I said, fair enough. I agree with you 100%. But I have one request to make to you, that this gentleman has done something wrong. As a leader, I am with you that we should take tough action and decision for not allowing him to work in our organization because he's not suited to our culture. But we have no right to, not to live his own life first.
To destroy his future. Basically.
Destroy his future.
Right.
And if he has done wrong, what harm his family has done, his kids have done, they have not done anything wrong. So I thought, ye suffer because of his wrongdoings. So he agreed with me. He says, brilliant thought. What is your suggestion? I said, okay, we'll ask them to go. We'll give him a proper relieving certificates and everything and all. So we'll tell them to grow and then we'll give him, okay, you're not okay with us, but you are free to go outside and then wherever you need our reference, we'll support you. You choose an option of your own choice. You want to go into business, you want to choose some corporate world, go ahead. And these are the ways. One, second is when you have to do it in a mass scale. Then there are ways of redeployment. We used to engage outside organizations. In my previous companies and the promoter-driven companies, we used to engage some companies who used to, redeploy those people in some other areas, reposition them so that they get an employment, but their livelihood is not suffering. So that's what I believe in, that if you are human, you work as human, people will respect you, regard you forever. Those people are still in touch with me. They were at leadership position also. They got wonderful opportunities. Yes. They are still in touch with me. And somebody who's in a very global MNC company, that gentleman got in touch with me and he requested me, Verma ji, now I want to change my organization. Kindly help me out with your reference. So that's the beauty of it.
They hold you in high regard, right?
Yeah, because that's you being human. So there's nothing impossible in this world,
Right, right. So, sir, we are living in the Gen Z world. Yeah. I know you have a young daughter who's currently working as well. So you relate a lot with Gen Z. I want to understand from you your definition of work-life balance, because you come from that era 35 years ago. क्या उस टाइम पे था वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस 35 साल पहले कि आप 9 to 5 ही कर रहे हो, 5 बजे के बाद आप फोन नहीं उठा रहे हो, मंडे टू फ्राइडे ही कर रहे हो? क्योंकि जितना मैंने सुना है, I've always seen that everybody, I've seen interviews of Mr. Narayan Murthy and a lot of other people who always promote. Some people are promoting a 50-hour week, a 60-hour week, a 70-hour week. And these are all people who have 30, 35 years of experience. What was work-life balance for you back in the day? Does it really exist? Is it a myth? What do you think?
Certainly, it's not a myth, it's a different notion altogether, that in olden days, we never used to work hard and we never used to work for hours and hours together. And my business excellence time in my previous company, we have been working together for hours and hours together. One day, one night, next day, almost for 36 hours together to ensure these are the timelines to be met. But when we work hard. But when we are through the work, we party harder. So that's how, I tell my younger generation also, work hard, but party harder. But keep celebrating your small movements, small achievements. If you have achieved, there is a timeline, because there are timeline pressures in the corporate world also. So it's important to maintain your health, because what is important at the end of the day is your health. So when the moment you see, I tell my daughter also, who's working with the MNC, she's with in the workforce consulting domain only. She's with PwC.
Interesting.
And
so she's following your footsteps.
Yeah. Okay. She has been into HR. So she learned it from home, and then that's the other way. Now I can't say, but I am learning from him otherwise.
Right.
Because being a younger generation, a lot of things which is she's too advanced, and sometimes I ask daughter to guide me how to do those things. So what happens is that we have been working, and I always say, whenever the moment when you see that it is coming on your health, stop. Take a break. Don't let it go to your brain. Let it till the time it is on your physical. It is all about the mindset. Right. It is all about the mind. When your mind gives you a signal that no, enough is enough, right, then you stop. So it has to be maintained. But in the corporate world, because it's a cutthroat competitions and people have, pressures and performance pressures and timeline pressures and tasks has to be completed. But still you can manage to have breaks and intervals in between. That is possible. And you have to be candid, straight to your bosses. Say to your seniors, boss, enough is enough. These 4 days, I have to take a break. And then you do a rejuvenation break. So what they need to do is, the younger generation, after every quarter, they need to have a short break of 3 to 4 years for independent. Maybe they can have their only, whatever they have their hobbies, like they want to go for a hobby, they want to go for a excursion, they want to go for a meditative session, whatever is their, leadership credo. So they can choose that. If they love music, they want to have eat out something and spend a journey along with family, sometimes going out, they should do it. But they should not allow, work. They should organize it so well that how they can do it. Rather than doing a hard work, they should do a smart work.
Interesting.
And there comes the role of technology, which we are using it to enhance the quality of work people are doing, quality, enriching the work, and also taking out the mundane and the transactional work out of the normal routine of the younger generations, and all implies normal role work. And we are allowing it to be done by the technology piece itself, with different fusion technologies and edge computing, and with a lot of things coming which is there in the domain, and with advanced technology which are coming. So we are making use of them to help them, to assist them to how to do their work fast, complete them fast, and still maintain their work-life balance for sufficient time to manage, spend time with the family, spend time for your own self, your own health, going to gymming, going to yoga, meditation sessions, maybe at the weekends, they can do it.
Interesting. So this is from an HR expert. Every 3 months, you should take a 3 to 4 day break. I will definitely try and practice that myself. So, sir, you spoke about technology, how to use technology to do smart work. Let me ask you a question around that. It's a 2-part question. You're somebody who's done business transformation, strategy transformation, human transformation, business excellence, processes, quality management. आपने काफी सारी चीजों में, apart from the human development, आपने काफी सारी चीजों में transformation लाया. Like you also gave us an example. Do you think that AI, machine learning, Web 3.0, 4.0, all these technologies that are coming in, will they replace a certain section of humans? It's a big buzz right now. A lot of articles are coming in. कितने jobs replace हो जाएंगे AI से, इतने jobs replace हो जाएंगे. आपका क्या take है सर उस पे?
Let me be very honest with you, Raul. There has been a buzzword across, and a lot of research and a lot of surveys are being circulated across, not only in India, but globally across. And they have always been focusing that a lot of jobs will get eliminated with the emerging technologies and the kind of disruption it is doing in the workplace and workforce environment and the way we are doing our work and work practices. But from my experience perspective and the way I have been transitioning and doing this transformation and digital transformation in my current organization, and we have been leading big transformations. What I believe is technology may make certain skills redundant, may take away certain jobs, but it will be creating lot many more jobs than what it is taking away. But there are certain jobs which technology cannot take away. Maybe the artist's job, maybe a architect's job to visualize, design, and create some sculpture, or also the jobs which involves a lot of emotions and things like which are more nearest towards soul and EQ, IQ, and SQ linked. Mm-hmm. So that will take a lot of time, because other day I was with a leading, listening to a world's renowned speaker, a gentleman who's also a partner to Tesla. They are leading technology experts, So this gentleman, Diomedes, is the gentleman, who was covering that how this brain-computer interface and this Neuralink and deep learning and all those things, Neuralink they'll be able to see the gestures, capturing the gestures out of people sitting in this room, and also capturing straight away to, there has to be with a BCI, there is a microchip, which is a sensor fusion, which can be linked and it can analyze a lot of things and give, analytical insights to people to based on those emotions, straight to emotions action. So that will be useful in medical science. That will be very helpful in medical science. And their challenge was that this mice, artificial intelligence and ML may lead towards taking over actual general intelligence. But I am a firm believer that nobody is above human intelligence. We have made these technologies. We have made this with ChatGPT and generative AI and all those things in the conversational AI and which we are using, and the ChatGPT which we are using. We have a killing prompt. Somebody has done engineering conversations. He has engineered it like that only. And the Turing test which has passed is not more than 85%. But maybe even if they do it, they keep doing it. But I don't think that part of soul and spirit and energy connects to the roots cannot be overtaken by that. Because being from a Sanatan Sanskriti, I know that in our ancient Sanskriti, the rishis and munis, they used to do multitasking. So 12 tasks at a time they used to do it with a human intelligence. But robots, AI, humanoids, all those people, they are doing it. But there is another piece attached to it. There is a hallucination which takes place. So those risks will still remain, but humans will remain always.
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. You're one of the very few people who's actually given me an answer which is towards the fact that humans will remain. And I agree with you कि AI हो, ChatGPT हो, बनाया तो इंसान नहीं है, उसको बताना पड़ता है क्या करना है ना, वो सोच नहीं.
किलिंग प्रॉम्प्ट्स बनाते हैं ना, किलिंग प्रॉम्प्ट देते हैं, वो प्रॉम्प्ट से ही आपको फिर इंफॉर्मेशन आती है.
बिल्कुल. सर, आपकी एक पर्सनल ट्रेजेडी हुई थी रिसेंटली. किसी की लाइफ में कोई ऐसी ट्रेजेडी हो, it's very difficult to overcome it, especially when, you're at a senior level. You already have so much going on. How did you overcome that personal tragedy? Because as a leader of such a large organization, you have to put a brave face. Did, the fact that you're spiritual, your Sanatan roots, did they help you? How did you overcome that to ensure that your personal life or your personal emotions were not taking over, your professional life, your commitment towards your organization? How did you manage that? And this is something that I ask is because a lot of people face this problem, where their mental health might not be in the right place for whatever reasons, or they may have a personal tragedy. And there's always this thing in the back of my mind, yaar, itni chutti nahi milegi, mujhe ab jana hai. And some people may take lesser time to overcome it. Some people may take more. Aapka kya take hai sir is pe?
Raul, let me be very honest with you that when you are human, the people around you are human. When you connect heart to heart, people know you well. You are true to your own self, people trust you. And that's true. If you are nice to everybody, everybody will be nice to you. So I believe it that every human being has got heart. And I'm so lucky that my this part, the emotional phase, my seniors, my leaders, and my mentors have found I am so fortunate to have a mentor who has been taking care of my emotional part as well. He, in terms of managing work and allowing me to work in a hybrid environment as well, and also allowing me to work in a while I was, involved in managing, tough, challenging environments from providing and managing medical emergencies. But still, he used to understanding well, knowing it that, yes, that is the top priority in the life. And at the same time, knowing my potential and capability to manage complexities, he used to just enable that support system. But from that perspective, I also built in my own support system to manage things, because being in the corporate world, you have to manage both the worlds. You can't be, saying that I have a tough situation at home, but how long? But it gets prolonged, so you have to manage your own support system in such a way that takes care of you. Support system means your drivers, your house help, your daughters working, your, managing your shopping sprees and what needs to be acquired at just a phone call away. And then that network works super. So I always say the network is a net worth. If you have a human connect to the people, and when you need anything, the people come overboard to help you out. So that has been very, very, Guruji has been very kind to me, and I have been getting energy from him. That is my single source of energy, which gives me energy. Second is because I have been practicing not full, but little part of the Kriya Yoga, which is meditation and yogic breathing, which is a very, very intricate science which helps you to manage your IQ, EQ, and SQ, all aspects, and especially the EQ part, managing those, that makes you fully aware that this is a reality of life and you need to accept it. First is the human being goes for denial mode. No, this can't help with me. How can it happen with me? Second is once he accepts it, and then he finds what to do next. So since when you are internally calm, internally you are controlled, internally you have your self-awareness that, yes, this is the reality of life, you have to accept it. And with the blessings of Guruji and energies which I draw from my spiritual, dimensions, has been making me a stronger human being every day when I keep practicing it. Not only that, I keep guiding my other friends who are passing through this tough phase, and if they seek help from me, I go overboard to help them out and tell them how to pass through this phase of tough time in the life.
Interesting. So I'll come back to the second part of my question around technology. Where do you think technology is going to go in the next 10 years? As a business transformation expert, where do you think technology is going to go in the next 10 years? And how do you think that's going to impact all of us?
Let me be sharing with you a different perspective about technology and different dimensions, how it is going to impact work, workplace, and work practices, and human being at large. with emerging technologies, the fusion AI and edge computing and AI and ML coming into this place, all these three things are going to change. Work from office to work from anywhere. There are going to be metaverse as well, virtual offices also, but technology is the way it is emerging, so AI ML will make lot of things, this lot of huge humongous data which is being created, lot of information is being created. This is going in a big way, in a humongous manner, and large scale across the world. Like we are talking to each other now, so what expressions you are making, what emotions are being, depicted on your face and my face, and gestures are being shown, and all those things will be got captured, and technology will become capable of analyzing everything and give insights to data to, first is to unstructured data to structured data, then structured data to insights, and converting them to, purposeful and meaningful insights, and insights to decision, and decision to action.
Interesting.
The time would come when then you'll have two options. There are two, it is going to be a descriptive to predictive analytics to prescriptive analytics. Like doctor advise you, so you are having a pain in the stomach, so these are the two medicines, this one, or you are likely to have this or this. So similarly, the prescriptive analytics will give you an option that these are the two decisions you as a business professional, as a CEO of the company or as a CHR of the company, you have option 1, option 2 to take a decision. It will also capture your style of leadership, that what are the insights you are most likely to take decision on, and you like to observe in your CHR or CEO's dashboard. So basis that you are able to take a decision. Ultimately, the decision is going to be by humans only.
Interesting.
So this is how the technology is going to take. The second thing is, with a lot of AI and ML coming in, a lot of research work, and which used to take years and years together, there will be a time which will be shortened. Third is data. This data was going to be, earlier it was, data storage used to be very, very expensive. So it is becoming cheaper because it is being cloud storage now. So it is becoming cheaper day by day. So these are something which is going to be in terms of productivity, quality, cost, delivery, safety, morale. All these dimensions in the manufacturing sector also will get changed enormously.
Interesting. I wanted to ask, it's a fact question I wanted to ask you. How many people does Maruti Suzuki employ?
So we have 26,000 plus people on the roles of the company. And then other than all put together, the other people who are engaged on, flexi resource management, which we manage flexi resource. Contractual, and plus other people who are engaged on some different fixed term employment, and all those put together, maybe 50,000 plus. They are the people we engage for Maruti only, because we have multiple plants, multi locations, and all those people put together.
And in building one car, how many people are involved in the whole process, roughly?
I think for a particular, if you have to see that in a particular line, we have roughly around. Because a lot of automation has taken place,
which is
65 people. But maybe assembly line, if you talk about, maybe 40 to 50 people on the line.
On one particular part of
different stage.
So,
because it's an 8 hours shift, and it works on a 8 hours shift, and there are 2 shifts we run it.
तो एक गाड़ी बनाने में मतलब 1000-2000 लोगों का कहीं ना कहीं touch point होता है.
We produce a car a minute.
One car a minute. Wow.
Yeah. Almost 7 to 8 cars all put together. It's roughly 8 to 9 seconds. I need to correct myself. I need to check it from that perspective. But 1 car a minute is the thumb this thing which we.
But that's the benchmark. 1 car a minute.
We do it. It is further improved for the efficiencies in this. Yeah.
So as a HR professional, your spirituality, you being a spiritual person, that's a first. A lot of people I'm sure, in HR and in business transformation may not be as spiritual as you are, or may not be into yoga and naturopathy, You've been doing this for 3.5 years now. Has being a spiritual person, someone who meditates and relaxes himself, etc., has that been beneficial for you in your success? Has that contributed towards your success?
You mean to be being a spiritual person?
Yeah, the spirituality that you have. So
let me be honest with you that spirituality has played a predominant role in my life all along, because I passed through different phases of life, but starting from schooling, college to till now in the corporate journey, it has played a wonderful role. If you honestly ask me, that has made me more human every day, every moment I work in. It has been a key differentiator in me as a leader. Because when you view everything from how it impacts your own self,
right,
then you are a different human leader altogether. So that has played a predominant role. But let me be very, very candid with you that while dealing with every decision that when I took in a different triumph situations where tough situations have come, human over that aspect always prevail upon. And when you take up the decision with self-awareness to full awareness and a universal awareness, that decision is always right. It never goes wrong. And that becomes a gut. And I've been always candid, and I always say there is a word called trust, but we remove T out of the trust, that becomes rust. T is the touch point. T is how you deal with people, how you treat with people. If you treat people well, they'll be aligned. If you take purpose, their purpose is aligned with the organizational purpose, they will give life for you. They'll work very hard for you. Let me share with you a live example in our company, the current organization where I'm working in, that when the COVID period came, this was a very tough time. And then our senior leaders, took a decision that what to do with people. People were panicked. They were going back to their native states. They were moving. They were getting, booking all trains and buses and running around that no, they don't want to stay. Then our leaders, our managing directors, our executive director, my boss and seniors, what they did was they took a very, very people-oriented decision. They announced it that till the time you people are here, we take our responsibility, we'll take care of you. You stay wherever you are, don't go home. We'll take care of your all, food, salaries during those 3 months. Maruti took a lead as a leading organization to give them salaries, including to the contractual employees, for all the period for which the COVID period was there. More so, everybody was connected through a technology platform which we designed, our agile team designed. I was leading that intervention. There was a agile team which we created, 4 people from HR and 4 from IT. We made a responsive app. We made a, Wellness Mitra app, wherein all the people was connected through that app. And real time, their health status used to come to us every day.
Wow.
Our MD told me, my boss told me, I want to develop something for this. You do it. But MD wants that I want a real-time information. If they need a support, provide them. So we provided them thermometers. We provided them medical kit, medicines, ambulances, wherever they needed. We created hospitals, makeshift hospitals. Oh. And all people were assured that they will get salaries. Nobody went home. And what was the advantage? Our MD said that they have been taking care of us. They have been contributing in our profits, in a journey of success. Now, we are all in trouble. So we should take care of it.
Now it's time to give back.
Yeah, we have to give back.
Absolutely.
And then they gave it. And when our company restarted, let me share with you the great matter of pride that I am having a goosebump when I say this, share with you that I felt so happy, the kind of happiness which came back to us as HR professionals that you have done a wonderful job. From the whole world across our fraternity, that you have done a wonderful job. Because when people were struggling to get back their manpower, our manpower were all along here.
Right.
They came back.
Right.
They were able to start their work after
Quicker.
20 days. We could do it in a shortest possible time, in 7 days' time, back to normal, same production levels, same everything. And people worked with full zeal, hard work, all system processes were made and they came back. That was a kind of trust we enjoyed.
That is so amazing.
Yeah.
I've had a great conversation with you, Mr. Verma. Last question. One anecdote, one mantra that you'd like to share with everybody that's watching this episode today of success.
For my personal perspective, I would like to share one thing. Two mantras, not one. One is the purity, patience, and perseverance. These are three essential to success. And above all, love. This is one. And second is when I always say that I am a human resource professional first. Then I am a CHRO or I am a CEO or I am a human first. From a human first, so everybody should be aligned with humans. So I always say that मैं फूल हूँ गुलाब का, एक कसक छोड़ जाऊंगा, मुरझा भी गया तो महक छोड़ जाऊंगा.
अरे क्या बात है सर, क्या बात है. An amazing conversation.
Yeah.
I think there's so much that we've learned, and I look forward to hosting you again for another episode. Thank you so much.
So indeed, delight meeting you today, Raul, and it has been wonderful conversation, and I have learned a lot from you today. And for skilling perspective also, I wanted to share one that the younger generation, they want to learn. So what those HR professionals needs to adopt is, agility in learning, collaborative excellence, and resilience they need to develop for future. And digital fluency is the need of the hour. They need to work on it. And connecting with what you asked me in my previous conversation, that how technology will lead. If the technology should not take you away, let's reskill. It's skill, scale, and scalability. Reskilling and upskilling is going to be the only method of building your future capabilities and making with speed and scalability. You need to work. Our MD always say, 3S is always work on skill, speed, and scale. So these three aspects we keep working. And for skilling, I always say that तालीम नहीं दी जाती जिन परिंदों को उड़ानों की, वो खुद तय करते हैं मंजिल आसमानों की. With these words, I'll close my today's discussion and conversation, and thank you so much.
Thank you. So skills, scale, scalability. This is another episode of the FFTB show with Mr. Varinder Kumar Verma, Head HR, Business Strategy, Human Resources, Business Excellence, with over 35 years of experience. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
It has been a wonderful conversation, Raul. God bless you. Stay blessed and blessing always, my Guruji.
Thank you.
Hari Om Tat Sat. And Bhadram Kranebhi Shrunayama Deva, Bhadram Pashame Yakshabhi Yatra, Sthireyangai Tushtamang Saitanubhi Vashamehi Devitam Yadayu Om. This mantra is from Vedas, and I want to close this discussion for blessings for all of us who are around today, who has been part of this journey today, and they have extended their emotions and blessings and done a lot of work for us. I want to convey my gratitude to all of them, and special blessings for my Guruji for them, that Bhadram Karnayabhi Shrunayama Deva, hamare kaan अच्छा ही सुने.
Thank you.
भद्रम कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा, भद्रम पश्यमे यक्षभिः यत्रा, हमारी आंखें अच्छा ही देखें. भद्रम कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा, भद्रम पश्यमे यक्षभिः यत्रा, स्थिरयंगै तुष्टवांग सैतनुभिः वशमेहि देवतम यदायुः. ये सारी हमारी जो इंद्रियां हैं वो स्थिर अंगई, स्थिर अवस्था में होती हुए भगवान के देव हितम यद, जो अच्छे वाले कार्य हैं उसकी ओर हमारी इंद्रियां काम करती रहें. गॉड ब्लेस यू ऑल. गॉड ब्लेस you, everyone who is in this conversation, who has been helping us to enter into this conversation.
Thank you so much.
How to do their work fast, complete them fast, and still maintain their work-life balance for sufficient time to manage, spend time with the family, spend time for your own self, your own health, going to gymming, going to yoga, meditation sessions, maybe at the weekends, they can do it.
Interesting. So this is from an HR expert. Every 3 months, you should take a 3 to 4 day break. I will definitely try and practice that myself.